So excited to see my next guest compete next month, UFC 289 in Vancouver, taking on Miranda Maverick. It's Jasmine Jasudavicius back here on the program. Jazz, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing awesome. Really excited to see this fight. And you're going to be fighting in Canada. First time since 2019. You got to be thrilled about that.
I'm on top of the world, man. Like after my last fight, I called for a UFC in Canada, and Mike Malott too. He asked for it without even talking. Neither of us talked to each other. We just like happened to both say it, and now we're both on the card. And we're fighting in Canada. You know, it's all the way in Vancouver, but whatever. It's still in Canada.
Yeah, I know you would have liked it to be in Toronto, a little bit closer there, but just happy we're going to have a card back in the Great White North, which is awesome. I was curious, have you ever been to Vancouver before? I was wondering that.
I have actually. I lived
Okay.
in Vancouver for like a very small amount of time. I lived on the island in Victoria for a little
Oh,
bit.
cool.
So
Okay.
I know how gorgeous it is out there and how beautiful. So I'm looking forward to going back.
Yeah, no, it'll be awesome. So I talked to Miranda already about this fight, and she kind of made it out like you guys kind of put this fight together yourselves. It seemed like it was an easy job for the matchmakers. I know there was some talk on social media, nothing disrespectful. How easy was this fight to come together?
Yeah, it was super easy. After my last fight, she called me out and she DM'd me too. Super respectful way of like calling me out and everything. And initially, I just said like, "Hey, I just fought. I'm gonna take a couple days and chill, but I'll send it to my coaches." So send it to my coaches, my management, everything. And I'm like, "Don't talk to me about it for 3 days. Give me 3 days to chill." And after I could hear them like talking everything, and then after 3 days, they're like, "Okay, Jeff, we're gonna go with this fight. We're gonna try to get it." And so yeah, we started kind of doing the whole thing on social media, and I like that we're going back and forth a little bit, building the fight. But yeah, both of us were down, and we just like contacted the people that make the matches, and here we are.
Yeah, and it's a big name in the division too. I know, if you look at who she's fought, Macy Barber and Blanchfield. So, fighting someone like that, you sort of get that resume attached to it. I'm sure you've had a chance to scout her out and everything. Stylistically, how are you looking at this fight?
I mean, stylistically, I think it's a great fight. She's obviously talented everywhere. She's no schlub anywhere. She's in the UFC top 15, 16, depending on where you're looking. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this opportunity. And she's got a great resume, but her fans will become my fans.
Right. Yeah. No, no, exactly. I'm really excited about that. Now, I know, in your last fight, you got some time at ATT. Did you get down there this camp, or has it been pretty much at home base at Niagara Top Team?
So we decided to stay back for this camp. I've got tons of partners here right now, as well as I've flown a couple girls in to
Nice.
help me prepare. And it's nice because I have my home coaches. They've been with me from day one, and they're so dedicated and focused, and they're making practices like just for me that the whole team's doing, but it's like stuff that I need to work on. And I'm very fortunate to be at home. It's like comfortable at home, but it's still nerve-wracking. I feel like it's fitting too because we're fighting in Canada, so we might as well train in Canada to get ready.
Yeah. Keep it a home base. Who did you fly in? Who have you had a chance to work with this camp?
So Loopy was supposed to come down, but she ended up getting that fight, so she
Yeah,
wasn't
fighting
able
in a
to.
couple of days here at the time of recording this, which is crazy. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So unfortunately, she wasn't able to come down, but I have this girl, Kate Clement, that came down. Girl, Alana. Another girl, she fights in Invicta. Oh, her name's slipping me right now,
No worries.
but yeah, a couple girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And then obviously your normal training partners as well. Anthony Romero, by the way, who I see is with PFL. He's fighting Olivier, which is crazy. So good for him. And who else at your gym have you had a chance to work with?
Yeah, so we got tons of guys fighting right now. There's like 11 fights in the next 4 weeks for our guys. So it's like everyone's getting ready. Ashley Nichols, she's getting ready for a title fight. Another one for BTC. We got Tisha, he's fighting. Cody's fighting. We got a bunch of guys fighting, and so we're all like chomping at the bit. Sparring days are getting pretty crazy because there's so many people fighting.
Now, for those non-Canadians here, I don't know if people realize, like, it's actually a pretty long flight to Vancouver. It's, I think, 4 or 5 hours. I've done it a number of times. Does that alter the weight cut at all, or do you just you sort of do most of your cutting at fight week, or how do you go about that?
Of course, I'm gonna manage with the plane ride, but most of it will, be I'm managing my weight up until then. But then once I get there, that's when the water and all of that stuff. We're coming in on Saturday
Oh,
instead
nice.
instead of waiting till the Tuesday. So I usually get in early, anyways, like settle in and enjoy fight week, like really enjoy it, and like take it all in.
Are you going to check out any gyms there? I know you're fighting, but I mean, even just to like do a warm up, or are you just going to stay at the hotel?
I haven't decided, honestly. I usually leave that up to the coaches. I'm
Yeah.
down for whatever, but we do know people out there, so chances are we will be going to a gym, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, sort of wait and see. That makes sense. And who's making the trip with you? Obviously, Chris, your coach slash boyfriend, will be going. Who else is going to be heading out there with you?
Yeah, so in my corner is going to be Chris, D-Marks, and Jelly. Like the
Matthew Jelly's
OG.
coming. That's awesome. Okay, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. But also Andre Graham Boys, my jujitsu coach, he's coming down. Javon Belfort, an additional wrestling coach, he's coming down. So I've got like the whole crew coming down, a bunch of training partners, they're all coming down. We got a bunch of people coming, so I'm gonna be overloaded with help and partners.
Good. Okay, well, that'll good. And then you got the Canadian fans too, which will be nice.
Yeah.
How's this fight playing out on June 10th? How do you see it going down?
With my hand raised, she's coming to Canada. I gotta represent Canada. I got Canada on my back. I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You had a new contract, I think, a couple fights ago, right? So you're still on that contract, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I renegotiated before this fight.
Oh,
So I'm
cool.
on a new contract. Yeah, so it was a
Excellent.
big milestone for me.
Yeah. Second or third contract? I'm trying to remember.
That would be my second. I mean, I guess like Contender Series, that doesn't count
Yeah,
as
it
a
doesn't count.
contract.
No, this is the real deal. That's cool. So what? 4 fights, I'm assuming.
Yes, yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations. That's got to feel
Thank
good.
you.
So
Yeah, yeah. We got that all locked in, and I was like jazzed about that.
good. That's excellent. And we talked about it there. Obviously, Miranda, pretty notable in the division. A win's got to shoot you up, the ranking, so to speak, just because of, like I said, who she's fought. You look at who she's lost to. That Macy Barber fight. Some people felt like she didn't lose that, and then outside of that, it's really Erin Blanchfield. So who's looked great, obviously, the last couple fights. Do you feel like a win could really propel you up? This is a big name, right?
Yeah, exactly what you said. Like her resume speaks for itself. I think she won the Macy Barber fight. In all honesty, when I watched it, and yeah, this will like put me right where I want to be. I want to continue to climb the ranks and just like go as far as I possibly can.
You mentioned briefly living on Vancouver Island. Do you have any friends and family coming out to the fights? Again, Ontario, not very close to Vancouver, but I don't know if you have any other people coming out.
Yeah, we got a bunch of, luckily the airline that's like really close out of Hamilton, they fly like into Abbotsford
Oh,
for
nice.
like
Okay.
dirt cheap. So a lot of my family and friends and stuff they're able to come down.
Oh, good. Okay, that's cool. How many people are coming? Do you know?
Uh
Like
I
ballpark, like 10 people?
More than that, at least 20.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah,
Okay, that'll be nice. So,
yeah, we got a
and that's
good
good because
a good
from what
group.
I hear, tickets are not cheap. So if they're coming out, they must really like you. That's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's excellent. I know the weather's pretty good right now in Ontario because it is here. What have you been getting outside at all? Because I know obviously it's miserable in the winter, but in this time of year, it's pretty good weather, right?
Yeah, we've been having some like super nice days lately. So I love bike riding. So I like get out on my bike. There's like a forest area that's not too far. So I'll go into the forest and like bike. Sometimes you see deer and little rabbits and stuff. So it's nice right by the water. That's like one of my kind of like zen things that I do is go for a bike ride in the forest and then by the water. And I always feel great after.
You mentioned Mike being on this card, Malott, who's on the pay-per-view. Actually, good for him. I think that's such a big opportunity. Do you like that, having a teammate on there, or is it adding a bit more pressure? Like, how do you treat that? Because some fighters really like it, and then others are like, oh man, like, we all got to perform well.
I love it. Yeah, we always have this thing. It's like, oh, two weddings, and so it's awesome. I got to fight on the same card as him just my last previous fight, and it's like a great dynamic fight week's awesome. We like it's like going into battle together. It kind of like takes the pressure off. We can like kind of talk to each other, and it's awesome. I'm so fortunate to be able to like be there with Mike. He has so much experience
Yeah.
both competing as well as cornering. Like he knows MMA. His whole life has been martial arts, and so I'm fortunate to be able to like kind of have that knowledge through him. And yeah, we're both like we're the yin to the yang for each other, so it's awesome to go through this journey with them.
And then we were sort of talking about, doing stuff outside of the cage. What else have you been up to as far as downtime outside of camp right now? Are you getting in any shows, or what are you guys up to? I know focuses on training, but probably get that little bit of free time.
Yeah, anytime I have free time, I cook. I love
Yeah, that's right.
cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love cooking. So I'm just, I have a sick like sponsor a little bit. He'll like hook me up. He's a butcher, and it's like all hormone free,
Oh,
like
nice.
a grass fed, dry age, and they get the animal brought in, and then they process it there. And so I get like different types of cuts and all different things that you would get from like the butcher. And so I get to like experiment to try different ways of like preparing meals and preparing different meats, like cuts that I didn't even know existed. And so I'm really like enjoying that.
That's good. I guess you barbecue a lot then if you're getting a lot of meat?
Oh yeah, barbecue. I got all the utensils, the air fryer, the
Yeah.
pressure cooker, all of that. So it's like one will be in one thing, one will be in another, and I go crazy with it.
It's awesome. Hey, Jazz, we're looking forward to this UFC 289, June 10th in Vancouver. Doesn't get much better than this. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
So always thank you for having me.
Of course.
And my team, Niagara Top Team, my training partners wouldn't be here without you guys. And yeah, check out my social media, Jasmine Jasudavicius. I'm doing these like vicious vlog things we're gonna be doing on fight week and stuff. Those are always cool to watch. But yeah, thank you very much.